The US is preparing a military aid package for India to deepen security ties and reduce the country's dependence on Russian weapons. People familiar with the matter said to an Indian media. According to the Indian media news Economictimes of India, the package under consideration would include the foreign military financing of as much as $500 million, according to one person familiar with the matter said to the media, which would make India one of the largest of which such aid behind Israel and Egypt. It's unclear when the deal would be announced or what weapons would be included. The effort is a part of the much larger initiative by the US President Joe Biden's administration to court India as a long-term security partner. Despite his reluctance to criticize Russia for its invasion of Ukraine, according to the senior US official who asked not to be named. Washington wants to be seen as a reliable partner for India across the board, the official added, and said that the administration is working with other nations, including France, to make sure Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India's government has the equipment it needs. While India is already diversifying its military platforms away from Russia, the US wants to help make sure that it happens faster. The major challenge remains how to provide India with major platforms like fighter jets, naval ships, and battle tanks. Adding that the administration is looking for a breakthrough in one of these areas. The financing package being discussed would be a little to make those types of systems, which can cost billions or tens of billions of dollars, more affordable, but it would be a significant symbolic sign of the support. India is the world's largest buyer of the Russian weapons, although it had scaled back the relationship of the late. Over the past decade, India has bought more than $4 billion worth of military equipment from the US and more than $25 billion from Russia, which is according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, which collects data on the arms transfer. India's dependence on Russia for the weapons against neighboring China and Pakistan is a big reason Indian government have avoided the criticizing Russian President Vladimir Putin over the war in Ukraine. As the US, Europe, Australia, and Japan pile economic sanctions on Russia, India has held off and instead continued imports of the discounted oil of Russia. Indian news media stated that while the US and its allies were initially frustrated with India, they have sought to woo Modi's government or the Indian government as a key security partner, including against China in the Indo-Pacific region. Indian government is set to join the summit with Biden next week in South Korea. The meeting will include the leaders from the Quad countries. The partnership between the US, India, Japan, and Australia that has drawn criticism from China. The Indian Prime Minister Modi also received an invitation to join the group of 7 leaders in Germany next month. Still, it remains to be seen how far India will go in accepting US military assistance. Russia has historically supplied the majority of India's military hardware, including fighter jets and missiles, as well as almost all its tanks and helicopters. Some of them are indigenously built in India. The Indian government has told the US the alternatives to moving away completely from Russian weapons import are too expensive. According to the people familiar with the situation, told to the Indian news media. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and please support us by clicking the thanks button below our video. Asserting that India is on the side of peace, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on Monday that India believes there will be no winner in the Russia-Ukraine conflict and there will be losses. Addressing a joint press event with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in Germany, Modi said that from the start of the Ukraine crisis, India has called for an immediate cessation of the hostilities and stressed that the talks are only solution to resolve the dispute. He also said, "We believe that there will be no winner in this war and all will suffer losses. Therefore, we are on the side of peace. Due to the disturbance caused by the Ukraine crisis, oil prices are skyrocketing. There is a shortage of food grain and fertilizer as a result, which every family in the world has been burdened," said Mr. Modi of India. Indian Prime Minister Modi also said that the effect of this on the developing and the poor countries will be much more. He also said India is also concerned about the humanitarian consequence of the conflict. On his part, Scholz said that Russia has violated the UN Charter by attacking Ukraine. He said he also invited Prime Minister Modi of India to the G7 summit in Germany. Modi had arrived in Berlin on Monday morning on the first leg of his three-nation Europe trip that will also take him to Denmark and France. Ukraine on Monday said that its Turkish-made military drones Bayraktars sank two Russian patrol boats near the Black Sea's Snake Island, where the Ukrainian soldiers rebuffed the Moscow's demand to surrender at the start of the invasion in February. Two Russian Raptor boats were destroyed at the dawn today near the Snake Island, Ukraine's defense minister said in a statement. The defense minister also released grainy black and white aerial footage showing an explosion on the small military vessel. Raptor patrol boats can carry up to 3 crew and 20 personnel. They are usually equipped with machine guns and used in reconnaissance or landing operations. The Snake Island became a symbol of Ukrainian resistance after a radio exchange went viral in which the Ukrainian soldiers rebuffed the demands from the crew of Russian warship to surrender. The Russian ship, the Moskova, which sank in the Black Sea in mid-April, following what Moscow said was an explosion on board, while Ukraine said, and it came to be true by and confirmed by the US, which Ukraine had hit the warship with its indigenously built Neptune missiles. TURN, a joint program between DARPA and the US Navy's Office of Naval Research, seeks to greatly increase the effectiveness of forward-deployed small-deck ships such as the destroyers, frigates by enabling them to serve as their mobile launch and recovery sites for specially designed unmanned air systems. DARPA in 2015 awarded Phase 3 of TURN to a team led by the Northern Command Corporation to build a full-scale technology demonstration system. TURN envisions a new medium-altitude long-endurance UAS that could operate from helicopter decks on smaller ships in rough seas and on long-duration flight. To provide these and other previously unattainable capabilities, the TURN Phase 3 design is a tail-sitting, flying-wing aircraft with a twin contra-rotating nose-mounted propulsion system. The aircraft would like to take off like a helicopter and then perform a transition maneuver to orient it for the wing-borne flight for a duration of a mission. Upon mission completion, the aircraft would return to base, transition back to the vertical orientation, and land. The system is sized to fit securely inside a ship hangar of a maintenance operation and storage. The 1/5 scale version of the approved vehicle model was tested in a wind tunnel at NASA MS Research Center National Full-Scale Aerodynamics Complex. The data collected during this test will be used to better characterize the aircraft aerodynamic performance and validate aerodynamic models. TURN has successfully integrated the propulsion system testing in the first part of 2017 and culminated in a series of at-sea flight tests in late 2018. The Marine Corps Warfighting Laboratory has also expressed interest in TURN's potential capabilities and in providing support to the program.